I'm getting over this cough. The fucking whiskers that I inhaled are lodged way down in the back of my throat. They're driving me fucking nuts. I drank like fucking a quart of milk. I ate a loaf of bread. I tried everything. Peanut butter, honey, everything. Fucking tape wrapped around the handle of a knife and just shoved it down my throat trying to get it onto the tape. Nothing has worked. So I actually called up an nose and throat doctor. And I'm just going to have him fucking go down. I'm going to freeze up my throat somehow. Probably inject me in the neck. Right? And then they're just going to take it out. So I got that going on this afternoon. Then I just should be right as rain. That's how I look at it, you know? You know what I should have done? I should have done this podcast after they froze my fucking throat and yanked out a fucking half week's worth of whiskers out of my throat. I cannot wait for that procedure. They better do it. They better not be like, well, you know, actually, where it's located, I think it's better off if we just let it work it out itself. You know, it's gradually going down. It'll probably be another week to 10 days. I think if you don't think about it, I think it should be a little more comfortable each day. If after 10 days, if it's still there, I want you to call this number, and you will get an answering machine. And no one will get back to you. And that's it. Here's a little bottle of pills that you can get addicted to. It eventually will have you out on the street addicted to heroin. And I'm going to go to the golf course and see my mistress. That's what I'm going to do. It would be great if people were that honest. You know what I mean? Just walked into a Burger King, instead of saying, can I help you? Somebody's just standing behind the counter, just be like, yeah, I really don't want to do this job, but, you know, I don't have the balls to do something illegal because I feel like I would get caught, and I don't know how to fight, and I don't feel like getting raped in the butt. So what sort of sandwich would you care for me to push on the thing here? Huh? You realize this shit's all poison, don't you? Please don't tell me you actually believe that these things are flame broiled somewhere. I'm sure they are, somewhere overseas in some sad land where they got some fucking 5-year-old flipping 500 burgers at once. You know, they're beating him on his calves like that fucking Vikings running back with a switch. You know? That was one of those things. What the fuck was wrong with that guy? I don't give a fuck how you were brought up. The second your own child is bleeding because of you hitting it, like it's a fucking dog. You know? What a fucking weirdo. But despite all that, I don't understand why they can't still play football. There was nothing wrong with the way he was playing football. Do you understand? It's not the football playing. They should have said you're suspended from having a kid, and he's not allowed to see his kid. That's the funniest fucking thing ever. They take the guy's goddamn dream away, and then he goes home to his fucking kid, who he was kicking the shit out of already when he was making NFL money. Now you took the money away from him. You know? It's like that fucking Ray Rice guy. Why would you do that? He was beating the shit out of her when he had a job. You're going to take his fucking job away? Now what? Now what happens the next time they can't find the remote? You know? Unbelievable. What a fucking story that was. That was such a brutal story. And then she went ahead and married him. And at that point, that's just one of those times where it's just like, you know, do I really need to be emotionally invested in this anymore? When the person you're trying to help out doesn't seem to give a fuck or is kind of okay with it, you know, what am I supposed to do at that point? Am I really going to fucking you? Well, she's been psychologically beat down. You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they worked it out. Listen, how many times did we go in elevators? Think about it. I've been with you 5 years. How many elevator rides did we take? Countless. Not to mention the amount of times. Oh, I forgot something down in the car. You jump in the elevator, we go down, we go back up again. That's an extra fucking ride. Right? How many times did I drop you and drag you out by your hair? Once. All right? Look at the money I'm making. So here's the deal. Do the math. All right? I make what? $4 to $6 million a year. Okay? For the rest of my NFL career. We get to live in this big house. You get your shoes and your dresses and a little fancy 2-seater Mercedes, right? Drive around town, making all the bitches jealous at you. And all you got to deal with is once every 10 years, I'm going to drop you in an elevator and drag you out by your hair. Okay? Can you deal with that? Before you agree to spend the rest of your life with me, you have to know that that is still on the table. I'm going to try to not do it for another at least 11 years. I want to beat my last streak. You know, I'm competitive. I'm an athlete. That's why I'm successful. It's what I do. Right? But you got to know that it's coming. It's coming because I'm not going to lie to you. Just by the simple fact that you're a woman and I'm a man, you're going to annoy me. You know? I'm not going to lie to you. I was thinking about doing it the other day. We just weren't in an elevator, and I just feel like, you know, that's my trademark. I can't just drop you outside and then just grab you and drag down the street. The cavemen did that. That's already been done. You know? I don't know. There's something about when I read that Otis name, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, man, game time. It is on. It is fucking on.